The last episode said that Jack failed to strengthen +9. A burst of pain in the heart, passed out. Opened his eyes and saw that he was in the hospital. What the hell is going on? A doctor's voice came from next to him. The doctor told him he applied for the new game capsule experience program, that after playing for 15 minutes, he fainted in the capsule. Luckily, he was brought here in time so that he didn't make a big mistake. People from the game company also came to condole with him. They want to compensate him for a set of the latest game capsule and some moral damages. I just hope he won't tell anyone about what happened today. Jack was at a loss. Looking at the wall watch, he could not figure out whether it was a dream or he had crossed over. After experiencing the decadence of being without family and friends, Jack would never experience it again. Once he was at that age, because of a female online friend he met, he was knifed by someone in a game. In order to take revenge on the girlfriend, he became a heavy kryptonite player and has been unable to extricate himself since. In the road of kryptonite, further and further away from his family and friends, all away from him, he fell into it at the risk of borrowing from loan sharks. Also want to kill in the game. At first, he could make a living by moving bricks in the game, but after 15 years of operation, the game's currency depreciated. He also lost his source of income, had to approach the blacksmith not to sacrifice his life to fight. Now that everything has passed, 10 looks at his young self in the mirror. Everything can start again. Now Jack is young and debt-free. Did not even start playing the game God of Supreme. But how is it possible to forget that it is a game that has been with him for 15 years? Although it is like a dream, but in Jack's heart that is his 15 years. It is useless to think so much now. In the end, how to log into the game will know. Welcome to the world of the Supreme God, Jack. He returned to his familiar and strange game world. Looking at the tower in the distance, it was not a dream. It was exactly the same as the game he remembered. Jack slowly walked up the tower. If it was just the same sort and magic but different gameplay, then his memory is of no use. Jack took out the only weapon from the package. Novice wooden sword. D-grade one-handed weapon, cannot be destroyed. Can only be used in the novice village. Now this is the only weapon to make do with it first. Suddenly a killer B-grade poisonous insect group monster appeared in front of him. Look at the properties and name of the killer bees. Sure enough, it's the same as the one I played before, although only holding a wooden sword. But this kind of killing fronts that have fought countless. It is a piece of cake. First, he jumped to avoid the attack of the killer bee. Finally, jumping up and stabbing the killer in the neck with an arrow. This is his weak point. Taking advantage of the paralysis of the blade, Jack grabbed his wings. With a single pull, he was able to finish off killer blade. Looking at his palm, the current stance and speed, the body is far more than the previous 30 years old body. Is it possible that the real body has affected the game character? Jack searched through the corpse of the murderer. In a short time, he found a weapon, wind stinger. One-handed weapons ignore the opponent's level. Mandatory paralysis vaccine. Take the wind stinger. Now he can be sure that he is not dreaming. And his memory is exactly the same. He was really cross since he had the chance to be reborn. So he wants to rule the game as a civilian. Whether it's an artifact or a precious prop, he wants them all.